Welcome back, everyone, to Between Bells on Cheddar. I'm Baker Machado. She was #1 in the world in tennis and is a Grand Slam champion. After 15 years as a professional tennis player, Caroline Wozniacki decided to retire from the sport. She was at the peak of her career when she was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. So here to talk all about her journey is Caroline Wozniacki. Caroline, great to have you here. Such a pleasure. I want to talk about your Advantage Hers campaign. What's that all about?
Yes, first of all, thanks for having me. Yes, I got diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis in 2018. Hadn't been feeling well at all leading up to it. And I know that with the journey that I went through, I had a very difficult time getting diagnosed, finding the right doctors, getting more information. And I really wanted to create a platform together with UCB where we could have a place where we could gain all the information in one place, where we can support and empower women to really be out there and take advantage of all the information, and also take advantage of their life, and really find a place where you can really open up and have people that really understand what you're going through. Having an autoimmune disease, it's something that you can't really see on a person, so it's hard sometimes for us to really explain what we're going through how we're feeling. So having a place where we can all be in this together and empower one another is really great, and it's something I wish I had, to look for when I first got diagnosed, because you have so many questions, and you have so little answers. So yeah, that's why we're here. That's why we have the Advantage Hers campaign. And I really want to raise awareness of chronic inflammatory diseases and rheumatoid arthritis.
Caroline, one, we're so happy to see that you're doing healthy and you're okay right now. It was still a shock to so many people the moment you announced your retirement, because I've read you woke up one day and you couldn't even move out of your bed. I bring us back to that moment. You're at the peak of your career and you're being hit by this debilitating issue here.
Exactly. So we're back in August 2018. I think I was #1 or #2 in the world. And, I'd been feeling under the weather for a while and kind of just brushed it off to saying, oh, maybe I was just tired or whatever it may be. But I played this match in Montreal, and I woke up the next morning and I was in so much pain, couldn't move, couldn't brush my hair, couldn't brush my teeth, couldn't do anything. I just looked over at my husband and I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I know that this isn't good. It basically felt like I'd been hit by a bus and just excruciating exhaustion at the same time, just couldn't do anything. So, I knew that I had to figure out what was going on, but I went to multiple doctors and they all told me that either it was mental, maybe I was pregnant, maybe I was in bad shape. All meanwhile, I'm, one of the best tennis players in the world, and I know my body, I know something isn't right, and I still got brushed off. So, one of the main reasons why we're doing this is because, just to empower women to speak up, to that they know their body the best. So when something isn't right, when something is going on, and we're here to help you, get diagnosed, because if you can get a diagnosis, the sooner you can get on track as well and start feeling better, get a game plan that works for you. And that's the whole thing that I went through, was nobody really believing what I was feeling was real, and then not being able to see it. And I have an amazing supportive family who, when I really sat them all down and said, this is how I feel, this is really serious, then they listened to me and supported me. But I think it's still sometimes hard for them to know when I'm feeling my best and when I'm not. So we're here, and I want to be here for everyone else that is going through this, raise awareness, because even for me, being one of the best tennis players in the world, I never thought I could have rheumatoid arthritis. I thought it was only for old people, that, this definitely couldn't happen to a top athlete like me, and young, 28 at the time. So, I think just knowing that it can happen to anyone, no matter age, no matter what you're doing, how, it can really happen to you as well. So raising awareness and knowing that there are possibilities out there to get better, and take advantage of the disease and not let it take advantage of you, I think is very important.
Well, I know, Caroline, you're an inspiration to so many people, especially those who have just been diagnosed with this. I do only have just a few minutes left with you. I got to ask you about tennis right now because the U.S. Open has been insane right now. It has been so crazy. But the craziest part out of all of this is no fans in the stands. It's so bizarre watching a match right now. Could you imagine ever playing in a tournament and there's nobody in the stands? What would that feel like?
I think it feels more like a practice match where you just go out there and you feel like there's nothing at stake. You go home and then you come back the next day. But at the same time, you're playing a Grand Slam. It's really important for the players. It's one of the first tournaments back, after the pandemic. So you really have to motivate yourself and be out there and just give it all you've got. And I think you can see already there's been many upset, many surprises, and it's definitely an interesting time to be in.
Oh, yeah, and can't wait for Serena. She's crushing it. Naomi Osaka has been so good as well. Jennifer Brady, the list goes on. Of course, great that you're doing so healthy and well as well. Tennis champion Caroline Wozniacki, great to have you here, Caroline. And of course, if you need more information, be sure to check out www.advantagehers.com for more information.